We're going to work from the feet on up again. So bend your knees, bring your hands to your thighs, and then we're just going to circle those knees around a little bit. And see if you feel any sensation in the ankles, the knees, the hips, whatever you notice, and then switch. So some of you might remember this as Charleston, but we're just doing it as a circle. All right. All right. And then come back to upright. All right. That one's kind of a weird one. And then step back with your right foot. And we're going to keep the toe down, heel up. And then just circle here. Good. And if you don't want to step back, you can just keep it here, right? So I think you get a little more range of motion. So we're feeling the ankle, feeling the hip. Good. Reverse direction if you haven't already. Toe down. Good. If you're feeling fancy and you want to let go of your chair, you can. Okay. All right. And then switch. So now left foot steps back just a little and we're staying up on the toe and then circling around the ankle, circling around the knee, circling around the hip, and then other direction. Good. So if you wanted to look like Elvis, you get the hip going, right? You look like Elvis. All right. All right. And then set the feet down. Good. All right. Now, feet wider, we can start to make our hip circles. So we're pushing forward, right, back, left. And it doesn't matter if you're going the opposite direction, that's okay, because we're going to switch. Good. And then go opposite direction. Notice how that feels in your body. Do you feel it also in your feet as well as your hips? Good. And then coming to center. Good. Now here you have a choice of feet wider, more natural, or toes together. This one's going to be a little more balanced. If your toes are touching, the heels are slightly apart. And then now imagine that you are a crayon and there's a little point at the top of your head and we're drawing without moving the hips too much, drawing a circle on the ceiling. Oh. So it feels hard with the feet together. So you can always go a little bit wider. Good. Where's that coming from? Anybody feel it in their feet? We look all silly with our fingers up, I know. All right, reverse direction. All right, so the toes grip the heels, the sides of the feet. All right, and then come back to center. Beautiful. So it's really cool how the body can make all these different shapes. And now we're going to do my favorite one, which is feet a little wider, toes turned out, and we're going to swing it out. All right, so now you can just let your arms hang. And then begin to notice that if you wanted to, you could tap your hip and your low back with your hands. All right, so tapping, tapping. And then maybe gradually we bring the hand up a little higher so we tap the rib cage and the back, the kidney area. This comes from some acupuncture too. And then maybe we even go to the chest and higher up the back. Good. Maybe we're following with our hands. Good. And then we'll start to go from high down to middle with the arms, back to the hips. Good. And then slowly winding down until like you're a little wind-up toy that's finally running out of juice. Okay. And then finally finding the place where we feel still. Pause and just notice. Is there any tingling, any sensations in your body? Good. Nothing fancy. All right. Let's take the feet so the feet are parallel. And then we'll move into a half sun salutation. So we're doing just the arm circle. So inhale, arms sweep out and up. And exhale, hands to heart. And again, inhale, arms sweep out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. One more time. Good. And then bend the knees. Add a hinge at the hips, and we're going to continue down to forward fold. So you may be hands at thighs. You may find that you can bring your hands to your shins. Some of you may touch the ground. I'm not going to go for that today. Let your head hang here. And gently shake your head no. Good. And then as if you were a rag doll, let your shoulders relax here. Bend your elbows, reach for your elbows, and we're going to do the same thing we did when we were sitting down, swinging to the right, swinging to the left. A little half circle rag doll. Good. And then if you're okay with coming up, you're going to slide over to the right and up and over. Go really slow on this because I don't want anybody to go real fast. Down to the left. So we're making a big circle with our elbows. Good. And then reverse direction. So we're going to take that circle over to the left, up and around. And then one more time. And then we'll end back in our ragdoll position, hanging out just a bit. Good. And then slowly roll up. Inhale, arms reach out and up. And exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful job, everybody. Pause and breathe. You can close your eyes or just cast your soft gaze. I want you to visualize that spiral of a circle spiraling around your feet. That little white light circling around, up your legs, around your hips, your torso, your shoulders, your neck, your head. That energy of light, and then back down again. Head, shoulders, arms, torso, hips, legs, feet. Gently open the eyes, release the hands down.